Hello everyone, welcome to Event College Digital Class. So today we are going to start a very beautiful programming language, that is Python programming language. So as this is our first class, I am going to give an introduction to Python programming language. So let's start. So before we start what is Python, we should know what is the history of Python. Python was conceived in late 1980s, but it was implemented in December 1989 by Guido van Rossum. As it is named as Python, most of us think that it is named after a snake, but actually it is named after a popular show, that is Monty Python's Flying Circus. Okay. So Python is a general purpose language as well as it is a scripting language. So when we're saying that Python is a general purpose language, that means it can be used in variety of fields, like we can use Python in artificial intelligence, in robotics, in machine learning, in web development, in software development, in IoT, in database management system programming, in graphical user interface programming. So all these fields are used Python in the, and there are most popular IT companies like Google, Facebook, Instagram, your Spotify, Netflix. All these IT companies are also using Python in their companies. Okay, so we can say Python is a general purpose language as well as it is a scripting language, and it is also interpreted language. So let us understand what are the difference between programming language and scripting language. Okay, basically whatever language we are using in our computer are referred as the programming language, but depending on how the source code or how the code are executed in our computer system, we can divide them into different categories. Like we have some procedural programming language, we have object oriented programming language, we have scripting language, we have markup languages. So all these languages are referred to as programming language. So as we say that Python is a general purpose programming language as well as a scripting language. So we should know what is the difference between programming language and scripting language. Okay. Both programming and scripting languages are high level languages. So as our computer understand only machine level language, so that means our high level language must be converted into machine level language before getting executed. So that's why we need some converter to convert the high level language into machine level language. Okay. So based on this converter, we can differentiate the programming language and scripting language. The converter that we are used in case of programming language is compiler, and the converter we are using in scripting language is the interpreter. Okay, so compiler does what? Compiler means it first checks the error as a whole. If there is any error, then it will return to the user, or it will return to the programmer as a whole, and only the error free program can be converted into machine language as a whole by the compiler. But in case of interpreter, it will interpret the code line by line. Okay, so in programming language, the source code, suppose taking an example, we are writing a code in C. That means our source code must have extension .c. Suppose I'm writing my first program, then I can save it as my first program.c. Then the compiler convert it. That means the compiler convert the my first program.c into the object code. That is my first program.obj. And after that, the linker and the loader will convert the obj file into .exe file, and at last the exe file will get executed on computer. Okay, but in case of interpreter, there is no need of object file. The direct we can save our source code as my first program.py. The extension name for Python is py. So we can save our program as my first program.py, and it will be interpreted by the interpreter, and it will be converted into my first program.exe by the interpreter, and then it will get executed. Okay, the next is In case of programming language, it has more syntax, like it has curly braces, it has semicolon, it has double quotes, and there are some rules and regulation to use all these curly braces, semicolon, double quotes, how to write data types and all that. And we have to remember all those syntax in case of programming language. But in case of scripting language, the syntax has been reduced. There is no semicolon, there is no curly braces we have to write. Okay. And in case of programming language, the compiler convert all the code at a time into binary code and then run that code. But in case of scripting language, the interpreter run the your source code statement by statement. Okay, like here in case of programming language, I want to print a hello in my output screen. So for printing hello in my output screen, what should I do? I have started my program like has include stdio.s, then main function should be called, and after the main function call, I have written open curly braces, then I have written printf hello, and in the printf statement I have also double quote and the statement ended with a semicolon, and at last the curly braces is end. But in case of scripting language, simply I have to write print hello. In both the cases, the output screen will be look like as printed hello. But in case of programming language, there are more aspects, and but in case of scripting language, there is only a single line. Okay. Next, programming languages are like C, C++, Java, and all. And the scripting languages are like Python, JavaScript, Perl, PHP, Ruby, and all. Okay. So let's come to the features of Python. Python is object oriented as it inherits the properties of object oriented programming language. That means we can write Python code by using class and methods. And it has some object oriented features like encapsulation, like polymorphism, inheritance, operator overloading, and all. Okay. Next is Python is free of cost. That means it is a open source programming. The Python is freely available for everyone. We can download and install Python from its official website, and it is completely free of cost. The next is Python is so powerful because it has features like dynamic typing, built-in data types and tools. It has some library utilities that help us for image processing, for gaming, for robotics, and it can manage its memory automatically. So it is a powerful tool. Next is Python is portable. That means Python runs virtually in every major platforms like your Unix, Linux, Mac operating system, Windows operating system, and all. If we have installed a compatible Python interpreter, then the Python program will run exactly in the same way irrespective of all these platforms. Okay. The next feature is Python is easy to learn as compared to other languages as it has a syntax that is completely straightforward, and the syntaxes are like simple English language, so it is easy to learn and use. Okay. The next is integrated. That means the Python source code can easily integrated with other programming languages like C, C++, and Java. That means we can use our Python code in C, C++, or Java. And the Python interpreter execute the code line by line. That's why it is easy to debug the code. Next is embeddable. That means the code of another program that may be in C, C++, or Java, or C#. Those code can be used inside our Python source code, or the Python source code can be used inside the other programming language source code. So we can say that Python is completely embedded into other programming languages. Next is dynamic memory management. That means Python manages its memory automatically. When we, in case of Python, we don't need to specify the data types of a variable. When some value assigned to the variable, the specified memory location can be assigned to that variable at runtime. For example, in case of C, if I have to store 20.5 in a variable x, that means 20.5 is a floating point value. So we have to define x as a floating point variable. That's why we should write float x. Okay, but in case of Python, we don't have to specify that float as the float data type into x. Okay, so we simply write x equals to 20.5. As 20.5 is a floating point variable, the 4-byte memory location can be allocated to x at the runtime. Okay, so it has features like dynamic memory management. So next is, what can we do with Python? Okay, so first one is system programming. That means we can write codes for system softwares. That means we can develop programs that allows the computer hardware to interact with the user of computer by as like operating system. So we can develop operating system by using Python. Next is graphical user interface programming. In this case, we can write graphical user interface programs that enable the user to interact with the computer program by some pointing device. That's why we call those programs as event driven programming. The next is internet scripting. We can use Python in internet scripting, like we can communicate over sockets, or we can transfer information to the server by CGI applications, or we can transfer files by using file transfer protocols. Okay, so next is component integration. That means we can communicate with different types of components over the internet by using different library utilities available in Python. And the next is database programming. So in case of Python, Python also have some databases like MySQL, Oracle, Sybase, your MongoDB. So all these database applications can be done by using Python. Next is, Python can be a very good programming language for gaming, or we can design different tools for gaming, or we can write the whole code for gaming by using a library utilities like Python. Okay, and we can do various image processing tasks by some predefined library utilities. And at last, Python can be used for robotics. Actually, in robotics, we're using Raspberry Pi, and Raspberry Pi actually using the Python language for robotics. Okay, so these are the application areas we are using Python.